Hello, JCI USA. Welcome to episode 6 of Leadership Live. Tonight, we're going to have our membership director, Ross Ratliff. He's going to be joining us, and we have him talking about benefits of our membership with the JCs. And then we'll bring in another special guest. We have Richard joining us with Regent University. He's going to talk about how you can get a discount through his university being a JC member. So we're going to go ahead and bring on Ross. He'll be coming on in just a minute. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me tonight.
Well, I mean, you started this. This was your idea, so we had to have you on pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be back. Thank you.
So how's the transition into 2020 and a new role going?
So the transition's been great. Obviously, coming from MVP to membership development director this year, it's been a great transition. It was awesome to be able to network with members last year with the states that I had, and obviously going to the different conventions and whatnot. And then obviously transitioning my role over to you, which has been awesome to see all the great things that you're doing. I'm really happy for you and everything that's happening. But so far it's been great, getting to know the database really well, which I know that's everybody's favorite thing. I really like to see numbers and that type of thing. So seeing the membership change pretty often is really exciting, but it's also a great opportunity, not just for myself, but for the entire team and all of our members as a whole.
So the membership director is a pretty important role because we all know membership is the lifeblood of the organization. And without the members, we have no organization.
For sure. So obviously we wouldn't be in the roles that we're in. We wouldn't have our national organization. We wouldn't have our local chapters without the members that do the great things. So it's really important, not just for us to keep promoting that membership from up above, but also keep empowering those members in our communities so that we continue to network and get those people into our organization so that they can promote the JC movement as well.
Right. Looks like we've had Krista join us. She's over there. She says hello.
Hey, Krista.
How are you? She's always so supportive of us. She's here every week.
She is. She's a great person.
Can't wait to have her on here. I think she's coming on in a couple of weeks.
That's awesome.
So as far as members and your membership goes, we'll eventually have incentives and stuff. I know MVP Trey, when I had him on, they were talking about some exciting ideas. So I guess y'all are still planning on some things.
We are. It's still February and we're still in the winter months. But we do have some exciting things coming up. We haven't solidified everything yet with some incentives. But if those of you that participated in the greatest horse race ever last year, I'm sure we'll have something very similar to that, very exciting. And obviously there's some prizes at the end for those chapters and states that do great things. Lots of individual projects too that we're going to showcase. So our members that are doing really well with recruiting, we really want to showcase those members and share their best practices too. Again, if we don't have those people out there recruiting and we're not actively doing that or know how, we want to make sure that everyone has that resource and that tool. So we'll definitely find some ways to enhance that and promote that as we go. On the cruise coming up, obviously we'll have some pretty fun activities too. I've been working with President Justin and we'll get the team together on these, but we'll have some cool activities for the attendees on the cruise to make not just the conference itself fun, because we all know that the cruise is a great time to network with members and see those training opportunities, but we still have those opportunities to get together and really not just network, but have that camaraderie and have fun doing so. And then we as JCs know that we all have fun when we get together.
We definitely do. And the fun is what keeps us in it. That and the friends.
For sure. I wouldn't keep traveling if I didn't have fun, but I know anywhere I go when I'm with a JC that we are going to have a good time.
Absolutely. Looks like we've got MVP Anna has joined us. And we've even got people watching us in Honduras now. And hi, Bill from
Awesome.
Virginia. So yeah, we're getting a good little crowd going on. So we do have, as far as membership goes, we have, I believe MVP Danielle said we have 9 more spots to fill for our Nothing But Net Summit. And that may have changed by now, but earlier this morning we had only 9 more spots to get filled. If you wanted to go to Washington, D.C., talk to senators on Capitol Hill about Nothing But Nets and the fight against malaria and how we can help. Perfect opportunity to get some practice and talking to our leaders and stuff. So if anyone's interested there, definitely talk to either PM Chris or MVP Danielle. We've got Nicole and Mara.
That's a really cool experience too.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think it was, that's okay. 3 years ago, I went to the summit, and that was an awesome experience, not just from a JC perspective, but you really get to grow as an individual. It's a very cool individual development exercise where you can practice that public speaking and also network with your elected officials, which are very important when it comes to JC events and that type of thing. We actually got to go through one of the tunnels across to the Capitol to see our elected official. She was just coming out of a meeting, but she really wanted to meet with us. So they took us through this like super secret tunnel underground. So that was really cool.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah. Once in a lifetime, I'm sure I'll never see that again.
Yeah, probably not. That's the one JC event that I've never been able to attend. It just does not work with my schedule, and I'm sad about it. Maybe I'll get to it next year.
There you go.
We've got Kevin has joined us now, and we've got Nicole. All right. So as far as benefits of the membership, you want to kind of dive into that a little bit?
Sure. So one of our benefits that MDD Emily last year started, current CDD Emily, are the podcasts, and I'm excited about that. So we'll be rolling out our first podcast next week for the 2020 year. So you'll get to see some surprises in that. So I'm not going to give any surprises away tonight because that'll be really exciting next week. I'll let that anticipation sit. But it's going to be really fun. Obviously, very informative, and those are portable wherever you go. So if you're going on your daily run or your commute to work, or if you need something to listen to when you're at the airport or something like that, they're very versatile, and you can listen to them at any time, save them for later, and then also you can access the ones from last year too. On top of those, so the benefits that we have, my favorite benefit is the Office Depot discount. Have you used that, Miranda?
I have used it, and it saves a whole lot of money when you are printing. Like we printed a whole bunch of stuff for a convention when you came down last year, and it wound up being, it brought it down to like $40-something for over $100.
Yes, you just get to watch the total kind of disappear. So this is a free benefit for all of our JCI USA members. And this is a very simple way. It's actually much easier than it used to be. So you get a discount card when you shop with Office Depot. But the flyer that's posted, you can see if you just text JCI USA SPC to 555-888. If you text that word to that, they'll send you a discount card that you just show when you go to the store. And this isn't just for copies. This is basically for anything that you buy at Office Depot. I bought pencils or pens for events, different cardstock items, that type of thing. So anything that you're really looking for, it provides a discount up to 75% off. But that discount, again, is really cool to see, and it's free for us as members, which is a great benefit. Yeah,
the color copies, it definitely saves on it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on like supermarket sweep when I go to the checkout and I watch that receipt total go down. Always makes me want to buy more.
Yeah. Or like, what was that TV show on TLC, the Extreme Couponers or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So that's always a good one to watch. So I think they're really just hoarders. Who needs that many bottles of salad dressing, you know?
True. But when you get a discount like that, I mean, who needs that many copies? JCs do, right?
Yes, we do actually. So, But we do have other discounts. I know that we were looking in the library with the Hertz rental car and stuff like that. We have several, and it's all in the JCI library. Of course, they can email you as well.
There are plenty of discounts, and of course, we're always looking for more. So if you have resources in your local chapters, your states, or if you want us to look into a potential discount, we're always looking to make your membership better. Obviously, if it's something you're looking for, I'm guessing there's probably somebody else out in the JC community that's looking for something like that. So if you find a discount or you see something that we're wanting to look into, definitely let us know.
Yeah. So we also, looks like, yes, Carmen, we will definitely post that to Facebook after this is over with. And it's also, I think we got it straight out of the library before we brought it on here, right? That flyer?
Yeah, we did. It's really simple. We'll just post it in the thread afterwards, but Carmen will take care of you for sure.
So it is not an issue at all. And so as far as membership goes, this year we've got a pretty big committee with Emily and Neil. They're part of, like, they're all helping you with membership as well, right?
Yep. We have a really awesome membership team this year. We've got Emily, who was our membership development director last year, and then we have Neil Fitzgerald, who is our Metro director. So we're really working with our chapters, and Emily and Neil have actually put together a great committee or subcommittee, if you will, to help those chapters that are under 20 or that are in that need. We have a lot of programs to help those chapters grow when it comes to membership. We've got the Shoot for Success program, which you're very familiar with, Miranda, because you were the program manager last year. So we have those programs in place to help the members grow within the chapters, help the chapters grow. We really want to help you this year. So if you need anything in your chapters, everybody wants a bigger chapter. We know that, right? So if you need that help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always here. If we can't answer the question, we're going to find the answer for you very quickly.
Right. And I think actually working membership is a lot of our favorite part of being a JC. So the whole team, we all love the members and the membership, working the membership. So the whole entire team's here to help with membership too.
We always say that membership is the toughest, and it really is the toughest, but we all have that membership story, right? So we all can tell the story of why we joined the organization, and we're all going to have that different story. That's the cool part of being a JC, is that all of our stories are different, but it brings us together to that one spot. And that's really what really kind of resonates with all of us. We have that connection. So with our stories and being able to tell that story, sometimes some of us get a little bit more passionate than others. But those stories are really exciting to hear. And I love hearing everybody's, like, why they joined story, because it's always a little bit different than why they're still in the organization.
Right. Well, so another one of our partners, it's a brand new partner that MDD, Emily, last year's MDD, started up last year, was the Regent University. So we have a little video that we're going to show real quick. Awesome. And then it's just a quick little video about the university. Let me drop us down and put the video up. I think. Is it working? Can y'all see it?
Here.
We can hear it, but hold on. There we go. All right. Where am I at? Well, this is weird now. I can't get back on there. There I am. All right. Why can't I get? There you are.
Technology is amazing.
Okay. So where did he go? There he is. Hold on. Let me figure out how to get over there. Let me close out some of these tabs. All right. We'll bring in Richard with Regent University now. Hi, Richard.
Hi. Well, thank you for the invitation to be here this evening. Appreciate being with you, Miranda and Ross. Terrific. I appreciate the fact that we have a partnership now, and the partnership is for a 15% tuition discount. I'll just go over a couple of things about Regent. Regent started in 1978 with 7 professors and 77 students. And today we're at about just over 10,000 students. And we have over 130 areas of study that people can do. And it's 70% of that 10,000 are students that are studying online, and they're studying with an 8-week format. Our classes are 8 weeks. Some of them are 16-week in a traditional semester, but most of them are 8-week. And it's kind of geared towards busy professionals. So we have about 30% military. We're located in Virginia Beach, right next to Norfolk, which is the largest military or naval base in the world. So that's not too much of a surprise. And we have about 88% of our students are receiving some type of financial aid. So I think that's helpful to know. 90% of our professors have their terminal degrees. So we have an undergraduate school, which was started in 2008. We initially started as a graduate school for communications, and currently we have 7 grad schools.
Wow.
So we start off with it's good if I remember B, C, D. It's business, and then we have communication and the arts, and then we have a Divinity School. Divinity School is about over 1,000 students. It's certainly one of our largest, and it's known because we have a 40% minority women population within our Divinity School, where most Divinity schools are a very high population of male students. So we also have our School of Education, where we've had in the state of Virginia, we've had over 835 Teachers of the Year. We have our School of Government, our School of Law. I'm fairly familiar with the School of Law. My daughter went to the School of Law and just got out in May, so that's terrific. And we have a School of Psychology and Counseling. And we have a College of Healthcare Sciences. We've got some terrific deals going on right now in terms of some cohorts for our School of Nursing. If you want to go, if some of your members want to go from their RN to their BSN, we have an RN to BSN in nursing, and we have an MSN in nursing, and we have an additional significant discount for that. So if some people are interested in that, that'd be great.
So if they want to go into the nursing program, there's another discount included?
There would be another discount that certainly people can get in touch with me about. I'm listed on the website. The way that the discount works is that I've given a link over to JCI USA, and what you're going to do is there's and I think you have a graphic on that.
Okay.
Miranda?
Yeah.
Right. This is what should show up. And in that green section of that graphic and in a number of places, it would say apply, or each one of those links on the side, the blue links, are for each of the degrees. Like if you wanted divinity, you wanted business and leadership, you wanted a graduate or whatever, you can kind of plug in and click on those links. If you wanted to actually get the discount, it says access benefits at one point, and towards the bottom, there's another link. What that will do is bring you to something that is a landing page at Regent University. And at Regent University, what you would do is there's a description. It basically says what to do. There's a download there that you would take advantage of by filling out a form. So if you hit on that section, you'd hit download, a form would come up, you complete the form, and basically that information is electronically sent over to our financial aid that you're part of our JCI USA partnership.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's great. And we appreciate, being able to offer this to your members. And it's a chance for people to explore different degrees, see what might make good sense to them. Depending on where they're at, there may be some tuition remission from their employers. So, yeah.
Well, that's a great benefit. I mean, college is expensive. My daughter graduates this year, so I have been pricing colleges, and it's not anything that's fun.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity for sure, especially one of our is individual development. So being able to grow not only with public speaking and that type of thing, but as an education is a great thing.
Right, exactly. And we're very happy to be in partnership with you all. And I think it's a great benefit. The information's on a number of different places. My name and my contact information's there too. So if different people have questions as they're thinking or considering about school, I'm available for them to contact.
And we did share the information on this prior to the live stream today. So if you go back through a couple of posts earlier today, you'll see the Regent information. Ross can email you his information, or it's also in JCI's library under benefits of membership. There's the same little flyer and ways to get in contact. So it's there. And we're going to have a clickable link on the new website that should be coming out pretty soon. So there's plenty of ways to find this. Just ask any of us, we'll get it to you.
Well, and there's one other thing. We have something that's called PACE programs. And our PACE is done for our corporate partners every spring and every fall. And what it essentially is we're offering, and I actually have a flyer that's going to come out to you all. I know you can't read that. It would be another thing, Miranda, for you to load in. But okay. The idea is it basically says free 1-credit course. Now, we're offering 6 different courses this spring. And some of the courses, let's see, we have leadership studies, biblical studies, counseling, nursing, military, and education. And there's different titles to these courses. And what you can do is there's a registration that ends, I think it says March 9th. But what I'll be doing is sending out this week this information, and it's a free 1 credit. It lasts for 4 weeks. So it's a 4 weeks, test out the school, test out how online classes work if you haven't had one. I know the nursing course is critical thinking in nursing. And I've met with a number of nursing executive CEOs, and they think within the healthcare system, critical thinking in nursing is something that would be pretty attractive for people in healthcare. But we have a great titles to many of the courses. So I'm glad you're partners, and we'll send that information over to you so you could decide whether you want to hop on and try out a course.
Awesome. Well, yeah, anything that you send us, Ross and I can put out.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, I appreciate the invitation again, and look forward to answering any questions that your members have, or seeing them online.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Richard.
you, Miranda. Thank you, Ross.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
So that's a really cool opportunity.
It really was. So yeah, that's a great, I mean, yeah. And 15%, college is expensive.
It really is. There you go, man.
It does make me, it makes me sweat just thinking about how much I'm having to pay for Cadence to go to college this year or next year.
So you're talking about making you sweat. Are you ready for the cruise?
Did you see that I'm going to get one of these big giant sombrero hats that like you can wrap your whole body in a cocoon on the beach? Yeah, that's what I thought. It popped up on eBay. I'll have to send y'all the link. I posted it. So yeah, they have it. You can put a big old,
Awesome.
big giant sombrero type thing. So that's what I'm going to need. But yeah, so the cruise is coming up real quick. We still have time to register though.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So obviously year-end awards, lots of training, and like I said, we're going to have some pretty fun activities. I'm going to make sure that you're around too. But we've got some pretty cool stuff planned.
Yep. With a Miranda burrito. He must have seen it. I mean, it's huge. I'm gonna have to share the link now in this leadership live video now that I've talked about it too. So yeah. Let's see. Paige said she would love that nursing class too. Hey Bixby, I see where you said hey earlier. Sorry we didn't get to say nothing. But yeah, so what else do you want to talk about now? Membership wise. Why don't you tell us your JC
membership
story? Because you said everybody has a story. Why don't you tell us yours?
That's funny. I was going to ask you the same thing. So you're going to tell it right after I did.
I guess I will.
So my story started 5 years ago, almost 6. I wanted to get involved in my community. So in LaPorte, Indiana, we do the largest 4th of July parade in the state. So we're the state capital for the day by proclamation. So it's a really big deal for my chapter. So I joined the chapter to get involved with that. Little did I know that I would be getting involved in a little bit of everything, as most of us do when we join the organization. So I was working on the parade. I was working on the upcoming events. I was doing the marketing. Next year, I got involved on the state level. Followed by 2 years of state presidents. And then I loved being involved on the state level that I wanted to get involved nationally. And I'm so glad that I did. I was national vice president last year and then, of course, MDD this year. But being able to travel wherever it was in the U.S., I would be able to stay with anyone if I needed to, or be able to connect with somebody almost in every state. That's definitely expanded in the last year or so, going to Estonia for World Congress, seeing members from across the world. But being able to connect with people from all around the world it's super exhilarating. It's really exciting, and it's not something that you can get from any other organization. So that's the best part of being a JC, I think, is the networking opportunities. I'm not bashful. Those of you that know me, I'm not shy at all, but I used to be pretty shy. I don't even know who that person was at this point in my life, and I don't think I'll ever go back. So
It's a great story.
yeah. What about you?
So my childhood best friend was a JC, and every single problem I had in life, the JCs were going to solve it. Like, it didn't matter. If I had a flat tire, she's like, oh, JCs, we have individual development. We could have taught you how to change a tire. Or I hate my job. We have resume writing classes. We can teach you how to write a resume. Or I stubbed my toe in the middle of the night. Well, if you were a JC, you would know how to not stub your toe. How it related, I don't know. But that's literally how she talked about everything. So she scared me to death because I thought it was a cult. And she finally got me to come to, it was like their 65th birthday party. And we had President Joni Kramer down. She was the president in 2011. And she was down, and there was a guy that was aged out senator living in our JC building. And his girlfriend fell asleep in her spaghetti. And so, I mean, like now I'm even more terrified. I'm like, what have I, where, But then there was another senator that was sitting across telling me about all the great things. And then I heard Joni talk, and she really sold it. So I wound up paying my money that night, and my sister paid her money that night. We got sworn in by her, which was really cool to me to be sworn in by a national president. And so then after we got in, she was like, okay, well, now here's the hard part. We're fixing to lose our chapter and our charter because this is the last chapter in the state, and we have to have 20 members. And so then we decided, I'm like, well, you can't let me join this great organization that's supposed to teach me how to not stub my toe and give me a great job and all of this good stuff and just leave it. Plus I gave $50. Like at that point, give me my money's worth, right? So we rebuilt the chapter a couple of times. Then I just fell in love with it. My first national event I went to and met people from all over. I got bit by the bug, and now I'm just like her. The JCs can teach you how to not stub your toe. Maybe not, but you know, I'm just about as bad as her.
Yeah, it's definitely, once you catch that fever, it's definitely a huge benefit. And through our membership studies that we've done, kind of looking at the numbers and that type of thing, we've seen that if members stay past that 1 year mark into that 2-3 year mark, they're going to be in the organization for a really long time. So it's really important that we provide them what they need within that first year. And all of us have different needs and different visions for what we see ourselves as and what we see our community as. So the most important thing is being able to listen and relate to all of our members and connect with them. And as we connect, we bring people together and we do great things. That's what JCs do.
I really do feel that if we can get more people to travel outside of their own chapter, even go to a state or regional, that's when it clicks. And the girl that recruited me, when we finally got to we were up to 30 something members, and she was like, y'all, because we kept spinning our wheels. Like, why are we doing? What are we doing? She's like, you have to go to these national events. Then you just get it. And so then I started repeating the same thing to my chapter members, and just like Megan, our state president this year, I'm like, you won't get it until you go to a national event. And then she went to Corpus Christi with us last year, and now she's gotten it, and she's gotten her husband to join. He went with us, and so now once they go, and the traveling is what's amazing, and the friendships. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've called Trisha up and been like, hey, Trisha, I'm bored. Do y'all have any events going on? And I'll drive up to Illinois, or next door to a bunch of tours.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I do. I go to Illinois this weekend, and I'm bringing 2 of my members, my chapter president and one brand new member who's I'm hoping seeing a large state and a convention will get her bitten by the bug. So I'm hoping to get WIT signed up for DC before tomorrow, so that they can all get bit by that bug. So
that's awesome. Yeah, so that's one really big thing that I would empower anyone, whether you're a JC or not. So if you're not a JC, you definitely should go to a local chapter meeting and check out what your JCs in your local community are doing. But if you are a JC, visit a different chapter. Go to a neighbor chapter if they're close. Go to that state, that regional conference, whatever it may be. But connect with the members and really get that JC story. You're going to find out that a lot of things that go on in your local chapter that you're struggling with have a support system across the nation, because a lot of times what you're struggling with locally, somebody else is going to be struggling with a similar issue where you can help them with the strength that you had. And through my travels last year, I know as MVP, I know some things that are happening in Mississippi are very similar to what we're struggling with in Indiana. Same thing with Wyoming or West Virginia. So it stretches across the nation, but you have that support system. And like you said, you've got that person to contact and call. I know we've talked quite a bit over time, and we've gotten close. Obviously, I wouldn't even know you if I wasn't traveling across the nation for JC events. So it's really that bonding and that connection. And then being able to tell your story. So we're 100 years old this year, celebrating that celebration of the century. I would love to hear the stories from different members across the nation. And I think that's one thing that we really should showcase this year is what is your JC story.
We should do that. Maybe a podcast just for 100 JC stories.
You could do that. That's a great idea.
There we
and
go.
then a leadership live about it.
We could. That'd be awesome, actually. So Bixby says we could just drive to Hawaii.
Let's do it. It's a lot warmer there than it is here.
Yeah, it's even chilly here. It would take a long time to drive there, Bixby.
It would.
I would definitely fly there in a minute. I'm still mad that Margot drew Hawaii.
We'll just go with her.
I am.
Emotional support.
Yeah. I've already told her. But yeah, the traveling and the friendships. I mean, my best friends are JCs, and yeah, talking all the time. I talk to y'all more than I do even my own mom. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Sorry, Mom, because I thought you were watching.
It's true, though. You really make those connections, and they're with you your entire life. I mean, our time in the JCs is limited. We know that it's an age-based organization. We dread that age that we get to, and I'm not going to say it, but we know where it is. But those friendships don't stop when you leave the organization. They're going to be there forever.
Yeah. Bixby's trying to rub in the fact that it's in the 60s in Hawaii. Not fair at all.
I'm not going to tell you how cold it is here, especially since you're coming up north.
Yeah, they've been tagging me in snow pictures all week. So it's not exciting, but it's
make a snow angel when you're there.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Well, for the first time, there you go.
Yeah, it's wet, I think.
It is.
We'll see. Maybe. If I do, I'll do a leadership live just on snow angels. I'll just go live from the JCI page.
There you go.
All right. Well, we will wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, MDD Ross, for joining me tonight. And we will see you next week. And next week, I believe we have Emily. Let me check real quick. Next week, yes, we have Emily talking about chapter development role and all of that. So
Awesome.
Ashley says she loves it, the organization and the friendships. You do create a family. Yep.
You most definitely do.
All right. Well, thank you again, Ross, and we will talk to you soon. We look forward to your podcast and everything you're going to have for us and engaging our membership.
Thanks, Miranda. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Bye, y'all.